salt like I do, in most of my matches, and I
The
felt
latest episode of Monday Night Raw delivered one of the most unforgettable moments in recent WWE history, as longtime rivals Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins once again crossed paths in a heated and explosive confrontation. What began as a war of words quickly escalated into one of the most emotionally charged and chaotic segments fans have seen in months. The WWE Universe has come to expect fireworks when these two men share a ring, but this encounter managed to raise the stakes even higher. From personal insults to physical chaos, the segment reminded fans why the Rhodes-Rollins rivalry is one of the defining feuds of this era. The stage is set. The night began with Seth Rollins making his way to the ring, proudly carrying the World Heavyweight Championship over his shoulder. His trademark swagger was on full display, his eccentric outfit catching the lights as he strutted down the ramp, to the sound of the crowd singing his theme song in unison. Rollins, always the conductor of chaos, basked in the energy as he prepared to address the WWE Universe. Rollins's promo started off playfully, but it quickly turned serious. He spoke about the challenges of being a champion, how every competitor in the locker room had their eyes set on him, and how pressure only fuels his greatness. But as he continued, one name kept slipping through the cracks: Cody Rhodes. The crowd began to chant for the American Nightmare, and before Rollins could brush them off, Cody's music hit. The arena erupted. The arrival of the American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes emerged from the curtain, his iconic theme song blasting as the crowd sang along with every word. Dressed sharply in his signature suit, Cody didn't rush. He walked with measured steps, his eyes locked on Rollins the entire way down the ramp. The tension was palpable, with every fan knowing exactly what was about to unfold. Once in the ring, Cody grabbed a microphone and stood across from Rollins. For a few seconds, they simply glared at one another. No words, just pure intensity. It was the kind of silent stare-down that speaks louder than any promo. The verbal warfare Cody broke the silence first, telling Rollins that he's grown tired of hearing him boast week after week about being the workhorse champion. Rhodes reminded the crowd that while Rollins may be the champion now, it was Cody who defeated him 3 consecutive times during their legendary feud in 2022, including the now iconic Hell in a Cell match, where Rhodes fought with a torn pectoral muscle. You talk about pressure, Seth? You talk about being the man? I was the man the night I walked into Hell in a Cell with one arm. And I was the man when I beat you. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. So before you keep calling yourself the measuring stick, remember who measured up against you and left you broken. Rollins smirked, clearly agitated but unwilling to show weakness. He fired back by mocking Cody's dream of finishing the story, calling it nothing more than a fantasy that will never come true. Rollins accused Cody of hiding behind his father's legacy and insisted that while Rhodes may have beaten him in the past, he's the champion now, and that's all that matters. The crowd ate it up, with dueling chants for both men echoing through the arena. The energy in the building was electric. The explosion. What began as sharp words quickly escalated into physical chaos. Cody stepped closer, his voice rising as he declared that he would not stop until he fulfilled his destiny and captured the world title. Rollins, clearly triggered, shoved Cody backward. The shove was answered immediately with a right hand from Rhodes, and suddenly the two were brawling in the center of the ring. Security and officials swarmed the ring, desperately trying to separate the two. But every time they were pulled apart, Cody and Rollins broke free to continue swinging at each other. Rollins' jacket was ripped, Cody's tie was nearly torn off, and the chaos spilled outside the ring. The fight reached the announce table, where Cody attempted to hit Rollins with a crossroads, only for Seth to counter and slam him into the barricade. The officials barely managed to keep them apart as the crowd chanted, "This is awesome." Why this rivalry works. The Rhodes-Rollins rivalry has always been more than just matches. It's about pride, legacy, and proving who truly belongs at the top of WWE. Both men embody different philosophies. Seth Rollins represents the chaotic showman, the man who thrives on spectacle and embraces the madness of the crowd. He's flamboyant, unpredictable, but undeniably one of the best wrestlers on the planet. Cody Rhodes represents tradition, determination, and the pursuit of a lifelong dream. He carries the legacy of his father, Dusty Rhodes, while trying to carve out his own unique place in wrestling history. When these two collide, it's not just about wins and losses, it's about two opposing visions of what it means to be the man in WWE. Backstage fallout reports. Backstage suggest that WWE officials were thrilled with the segment, viewing it as one of the most compelling angles of the night. The chemistry between Cody and Seth has always been undeniable, and this confrontation only added fuel to the fire. Insiders believe that the company is setting the stage for another showdown between the two, possibly at an upcoming premium live event. Whether it's a one-on-one clash for the title or a larger multi-man storyline, it's clear that Rollins and Rhodes are on a collision course once again. The WWE Universe Reacts social media exploded in the aftermath of the segment. Fans praised both men for their passion and intensity, calling it one of the best confrontations of the year. Clips of the brawl went viral within minutes, with hashtags like hashtag Cody Rhodes, hashtag Seth Rollins, and hashtag WWE RAW trending worldwide. One fan wrote, "Every time Cody and Seth share a ring, magic happens. This is wrestling at its finest." Another added, "Give me Cody versus Seth the Fourth for the title at WrestleMania." This story is too good to end here,